My name is Althea Marshall Brooks, the current Executive Director for Waterbury Bridge to Success Community Partnership located in Waterbury, Connecticut. James Baldwin once said, "Not everything that is faced can be changed, but nothing can be changed until it is faced." We all have a role to play in the fight against systemic racism, oppressive practices, inequitable policies, and notably, it is most important that we remain unified in our resolve. For over 10 years, Waterbury Bridge to Success Community Partnership has evolved to meet the needs of our community. You have been with us every step of the way to impact the lives of Waterbury's children, youth, and families from cradle to career. BTS responded to the COVID-19 pandemic with our first webinar on March 19, 2020, entitled How to Support Your Child's Education Now That You're All Home Together. We did this in partnership with My Reflection Matters, featuring Edgevis, Chimay Morales-James, and Mickey McKennedy. Little did we know that this webinar was the precursor to the future of BTS. From March 2020 to September 2021, BTS has hosted a compilation of over 75 in-person and virtual events. In the past 4 years, I have had the honor of serving as Executive Director in the very community that cultivated a positive racial and ethnic identity in me. Growing up in Waterbury, I had the fortunate and blessed upbringing to see people who look like me in leadership. These educators, community leaders, and role models were symbols of what I could be and reflections of my value in this world at a young age. While I recognize my experience in Waterbury may not reflect the experiences of all Black and brown children living here today, I believe you have the power to create opportunities for your kids to experience an affirming and nurturing childhood that supports them in developing a healthy sense of self. Our intentional shift in centering racial equity began with you. In 2018, BTS conducted focus groups with Waterbury students, educators, leaders, families, and service providers to get your perspective on why they believe there are disparate outcomes for their children in Waterbury. A few of the key themes that came out of this work were the need for cultural competency and anti-bias training in schools, disparate treatment towards different groups of students and families, and a desire for partnership between schools, students, families, and organizations. Given these perspectives based on their experiences, BTS supported and created initiatives to offer families tools and information that will validate these truths, highlight the strengths that they bring to the table, and educate them on the historic marginalization and disenfranchisement, as well as systemic racism and its impact and influence on those educating and raising Black and brown children. BTS's core value of racial equity, which we define as the intentional, collaborative effort to eliminate the policies, practices, attitudes, and cultural messages that reinforce differential opportunities and outcomes by race, specifically as it relates to youth, families, and communities of color. Through our collaborative action networks, early care and education, positive youth development, college and career pathways, and family engagement, our advisory think tanks of Equity Matters and Let Youth Lead, our community council, our Boost community schools, partners, and of course you. We have all the tools and resources needed in order for Waterbury's children, youth, and families to be successful in school, career, and life. BTS continues to seek the facilitation and dismantling of the policies, practices, and beliefs that have historically disenfranchised all stakeholders to co-create sustainable, equitable systems that support communities of color from cradle to career. As we deepen our commitment to shifting power, the strength of community is more important now than ever. Collectively, we hold the answers to build, transform, and sustain to make success possible for our community and beyond. In the midst of one of the most challenging periods in our nation's history, it is imperative that we take some time to reflect. I am honored to be leading BTS, serving the community that raised me and shaped the leader that I am. But there are so many who are a major part of the building, transforming, and sustaining this vessel.
I'm Lori Hart, and I am the previous executive director of Bridge to Success. From around 2010 until 2016.
Hi, I'm Kirsten Jacoby, President of the United Way of Greater Waterbury, and United Way serves as both the fiscal sponsor and fiduciary for the partnership.
My name is Verna Ruffin. I'm the Superintendent of Schools in Waterbury Public Schools. And I first became aware of Bridge to Success when I became Superintendent of Waterbury in July of 2018.
So when I think about the vision of Bridge to Success at the very beginning, at its inception, the creation of the partnership evolved over many years as a result of collaborative child and youth work by hundreds of community members. Before 2010, Waterbury had 3 community-wide plans that included health, education, and other child and youth goals. At some point, someone asked, "Am I at this meeting or the other one?" And people started thinking, hey, let's form one common agenda and work even more collaboratively.
Over the years, I've been blessed to be part of the BTS partnerships from the very beginning days, and watching not only the work, but the team develop, policies develop, and our partnership develop in a deeper, more very strategic way. The work they're doing in the community is absolutely incredible. The focus on youth, the focus on equity, and once again, bringing our community together along to do what's best for our community and to truly make sure that our children right here in Greater Waterbury are able to succeed in school, life, and in work.
We have seen the role of our parents evolve over the last 3 years to be more of a partnership. We still have a long way to go in building those bridges, but what we see is more active participation, and not just attending workshops, but actually participating in the life of the child as it relates to the school life and as it relates to opportunities to participate in cultural events. We see that the parent and community connections continues to improve and to evolve as we grow our partnership with BTS.
I am Dr. Dalton James. I'm the CEO of Omega Medical here in Jamaica. I was the first chair of Bridges to Success when they started, and I was always, during my 9 years on BTS Council, the parent representative for the Waterbury community. At the initial stage, when we started BTS, getting parents and families to be engaged in the work we're doing was a big challenge, because we all aware parents want to do the best for their children, but it doesn't necessarily mean they have the resources or the know-how how to do it. And so we quickly realized that to engage parents and families, we had to go to them and try to seek and find from them what is it they need. It was very easy for us as a council to sit in a room and try to decide what we need to do to engage parents. But we figured that's not the right way. So we went to them, asked what they need, what is it they require. So it took a while. It was a gradual process, but we did invest a lot of resources into it. And we could see gradually parents were becoming more engaged, and we stuck to the task. And up to the last year when I left, it was very obvious that the work we had put in was not working, because parents were beginning to understand what we're doing and engaging in their kids' life and the whole community as a whole, from what Bridges to Success was involved with.
Hi, my name is Melanie Adams. I'm the youth representative for LYL, Let Youth Lead, and I've been involved with BTS for about going on to 2 years now. BTS has impacted me by really just giving me an opportunity to do something for my community and just do something for myself in general. I don't usually go out into the community. I don't usually talk with people, get involved, but BTS has really just given me a great opportunity to do that. As the youth representative, I am a part of the community council, and it just really gives us an opportunity to hey, we're here, and just bring that youth voice that they talk so much about to this particular table. Honestly, I was really surprised at first, because I was like, me? What? And then I was like, okay, I'm actually here. don't know, it's really just an honor for me to be here at all. And you can ask whether it's Akia, Rosalind, anyone, I'm always just thanking them for everything because I really do appreciate the work that they're doing here.
My name is Jim O'Rourke. I am the CEO of the Greater Waterbury YMCA. I have been a part of BTS now for the past 10 years, and prior to that, I was a part of the Prevention Policy Board. I've been working in Waterbury now for 13 years for this wonderful YMCA. I've seen BTS since the inception 10 years ago expand within our community. We're actually reaching out to the families, to having a family voice. I've always enjoyed the times that we've brought families together and having a think tank session and a brainstorming session, and hearing from them on what they're seeing and what they're experiencing within our city, from the Board of Education through City Hall, through our different non-for-profits. I've also appreciated that our non-for-profits sit around the table using one voice and being intentional about it when we work with our youth. And also recognizing that each non-for-profit brings something special to the table and really building upon that as we kind of work collectively together to help our youth within our city.
BTS is being called on by many stakeholders, right, to lift the work that they're doing. But not only because the work is important, but that the leadership is so incredible. Althea is extraordinary. People are turning to that team for leadership, for training, to help other institutions move farther along with this really important work in equity. And I see the importance that this is not only in our community, but how they're being called upon on the state level, and also they're highly recognized within our national partnership with Strive Together, and that cannot be underestimated. And once again, that is a complete tribute to the BTS team.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Blatz. I'm president and CEO of Strive Together, and I have been connected to Bridge to Success in Waterbury for the last 10 years. As a national partner of Bridge to Success Waterbury, through our work as part of the Strive Together Cradle to Career Network, I have the benefit of getting to see how deeply rooted BTS's work is in community. This is reflective of our values as a national movement. BTS is committed to Strive Together's theory of action, and they are using data every day to ensure that there are more equitable systems producing better and more equitable outcomes for all of the children and families in Waterbury.
One of the most rewarding things for me to see is that in the world of collective impact, it's really challenging. Like, people understand typically, I believe, programs, right? Like how programs for youth are executed and how you can help children in individual outcomes. But the work of BTS and collective impact, it's programming is critical. It's so important, but it's beyond that. It's about looking at systems and changing them so they're better for everybody. And by working together to improve on systems, once again, we know we can make a bigger impact and get better results a lot faster.
I'm on the board of the Lever Foundation, and we fully support the work of Bridge to Success in Waterbury. I urge other funders to join the Lever Foundation in our support of Bridge to Success. It's so important for organizations, especially organizations like Bridge to Success that work with such a wide variety of people, organizations, etc., to have the operational support that they need in order to deepen their relationship with the community.
Yeah, I would encourage other funders to be part of this great work, because we know we have the data, we have the research, and we have the teams of people that know how to do this work in the right sort of way that's going to produce the right outcomes.
Organizations, businesses, non-for-profits, municipalities, Board of Education, we all need to have that hard conversation and understand where we lack the resources, how do we get those resources, how we are equitable across the board, and understand the old way may not be the right way or the wrong way, but there are new ways to do things. And we need to have everyone around the table and listen. Don't always talk, but listen. Listen to what they're saying, and really be intentional about the things that you want to accomplish. And have those benchmarks. You know, you're going to have small wins and then long wins. And this work is messy. This work is difficult. But we need to be open to it and also understand how we grow as leaders throughout the city.
When I think about how important it is for funders to be able to support the work of Bridge to Success, I want to say that this work requires dedicated capacity, dedicated infrastructure, and it's long-term work. Changing systems, transforming the oppressive and racist systems in our communities that have been in place for more than 400 years will not happen overnight. And so that's why patient capital and committed funders are so important to this movement.
Looking forward, my greatest hopes and my confidence for Bridge to Success and the Waterbury community overlap. I am confident that the Bridge to Success partnership will continue to raise awareness about systemic racism and make significant strides towards eradicating it. I imagine it will be successful in its goal to achieve equitable change by empowering Waterbury's children, youth, and families to be successful in school, career, and life.
As we look forward, I want another successful 10 years, another successful 20 years, another successful 50 years. But I think most of all, I want more voices to come out. I want more families to be involved and more youth to be involved. It's so important. You build an incredible city by collectively bringing everyone to the table and hearing all the different ideas, and then putting a model together that really has a collective impact on everybody.
My greatest hopes for BTS is that you will continue to stay rooted in community, continue in your clear commitment to driving racial and ethnic equity in the community. Stay committed to grounding your work in data, qualitative and quantitative data, and continue to name and work to address the wicked disparities in your community. If you do that, anything is possible, and I know that you'll be able to continue to do this in your next decade.
So many great things happening in our community, but there's so much more to be done. And so I just think it's so important, like the work we're doing as BTS, the work we're doing partnering with other nonprofits, and over 90 partners are working together. So I believe that we all want all children to be empowered and for them all to be successful in school, work, and in life. These kids are our future philanthropists, they're our future CEOs, they're our future community leaders, our future stakeholders, they're the people that are going to change our world. What's cooler than that,
No, it's all of it. And that's the thing. It's incredible to see the community come together. Well, it's the journey. It's the journey of watching it all come together over the years. I remember sitting in a room with stakeholders and flip chart papers and whiteboards and markers and trying to figure it all out. And I don't know if you know the story, but I went to like 3 or 4 different meetings, and I finally said, which group am I in right now? And we put the different groups at the table and said we need to have one collaborative, not 50 collaboratives. If you're truly going to have work get done, you need people around the table who are passionate and are willing to roll their sleeves and get stuff done and get the community involved. But when they're spread so thin, you can't roll your sleeve up all the way.
For a moment of gratitude, I want to thank everyone who has made the work of BTS possible. Thank you to the youth and families in our city, our community partners, our staff and consultants, the BTS Community Council, our Cradle to Career Collaborative Action Networks. I also want to thank the City of Waterbury, Mayor O'Leary, Superintendent Dr. Ruffin, and the Waterbury Public School District, United Way of Greater Waterbury, and our national partner, Strive Together. To our funders, thank you. Thank you for your patient and courageous investment in collective impact to intentionally engage, empower, and inform our community. We are so thankful for the last 10 years. For the next 10 years and beyond, we look forward to growing in a collective effort to center racial equity.
To all of the funders and the supporters of BTS, I say thank you on behalf of Waterbury Public Schools. I think the investment goes towards making Waterbury a better place to live and to actualize dreams for our youth. And I want to say thank you in advance for all of the contributions in the past, and look forward to the contributions in the future as we invest in Waterbury, and most importantly, as we invest in the youth of Waterbury.
And I would love to personally thank all of the BTS councils and the volunteers on the different cans, for our city leadership for embracing BTS and understanding the magnitude of the work that needs to be done, to thank our United Way board for investing in this work, as well as all the other funders that see the value and know that together we're going to make this happen.
I want to say thank you to all of the supporters of the work of Bridge to Success over the last decade. Your commitment has enabled this partnership to have the impact it's had, and your sustained commitment over the next decade will enable it to have an even greater impact. So thank you for your commitment and thank you for your support.
I can't say enough thank yous to everyone. And if you're thinking I might be talking to you, I am. I am so grateful for the time I had in Waterbury, and I'm so grateful for Althea and her team, and I'm so grateful to the funders that made all this possible. I'm so grateful to the community that makes this possible. Every single organization, every single person. If you think I'm talking to you, I am. Thank you from the bottom of my heart and on behalf of what Bridge to Success was and has become.
Happy 10th anniversary. Wishing you all of the success and more success as you continue on this journey.
Thank you for including me, and happy 10 years, BTS.
Congratulations to Bridge to Success. Congratulations on your 10th year anniversary. Very proud of you.
Congratulations, BTS, on 10 years of successful work.
Congratulations to BTS for an incredible, inspiring 10 years and many more to come.
I sincerely wish a happy 10th anniversary to Bridge to Success. I have full confidence in its current leadership and the community, and I wish all the best for everyone.
Congratulations, a decade in this work, absolutely incredible.
We're here today at the Back to School rally hosted by Waterbury Youth Services, that they do every single year. It usually has about 2,000 to 3,000 families that we are here to service. We're able to give out 100 book bags full of masks, as well as some books, since we're talking about making sure that students have access to literacy.
And we were also here to make sure that we are recruiting young people as well as parents, caregivers, families, because what we really care about at Bridge to Success is building community power, and we can do that by making sure that we're uplifting and amplifying the voices of parents and families as well as our young people. Involved in the projects that they'll be doing and rolling out throughout